Okay, so here are some of the ideas. Clearly, there's a lot of need for curriculum. I think, we talked about culture, we talked about need for people. So one of the key initiatives of the new institute is to help the Cornell community, primarily faculty and staff and students, identify new educational opportunities. And we hope to do that through a variety of ways. First, there's actually a lot of existing courses on campus who can help us already. So as an institute, we want to put some type of framework together to make those resources, that information available to students that here are the courses you can already take, right? Once we have those, then we can start thinking about creating concentration and minors. Actually, we have already started talking about that. In the School of Hotel Administration, we will try to create health and design concentration in the curriculum. And similarly, in the College of Human Ecology, we'll have a hospitality concentration. So students from each colleges can have a concentration in the other college. And then a year from then, we will have a campus-wide minor approved. And we don't know what we'll call it. We'll just call it right now HHD, Health Hospitality Design. But we'll have a more jazzier name for that, I'm sure. But the idea will be that these will be a set of courses and curriculum which any student on campus can take. And so perhaps somebody with a computer science or political science degree will still have this minor, and they'll be able to go in this exciting industry. A couple of other things. There's an opportunity as a Cornell to have cross-campus programs. And so we have been discussing with our deans on how we can take advantage of other campuses at Cornell. We have two campuses in New York City. One is a Weill Medical, one is a Cornell Tech. We also have international programs, including a medical center in Middle East and so on. So we have a lot of opportunities, and in time, we hope to do that. And then finally, last educational opportunity has to do with executive education. People are already coming to us. Great that you had Ritz-Carlton Leadership Center. Next time around, we'll be able to do that for you in a much more effective and efficient way. So we want to develop that over time as well. So these are some of the educational things we want to work on. Now, education also need to be coupled with knowledge creation. And I think this is where, as a Cornell community, we can add a lot. We have a diverse group of faculty across many different colleges who can really help us create new knowledge to help the industry. And what we want to do, though, is that not just write scholarly articles. It's great to get my next A hit, but it takes 5 years. And it takes a while to get the research done. So by that time, industry has moved on. So what we want to do is create an opportunity for industry to look at our research in a more user-friendly way. So we'll have reports, we'll have podcasts, we'll have webinars, we'll have case studies, all of that available through our website. And this is not something new. As Cornell, we have been doing this for quite some time, especially in the School of Hotel Administration. We have our research report series, which is downloaded by thousands of people every day. So we'll do that in a more focused environment here. The third is, who will do all this work? Right? So fortunately, we have a lot of individuals who are very excited about it. We will have an industry advisory board, and I'll talk about how we'll constitute that on the next slide. We have quite an active group of alums from both colleges who are excited about this. Where is Marlene? Marlene, where are you? Okay, she maybe has stepped out for a minute. Marlene, she is one of our graduates from, I guess, maybe 15, 20 years ago, I assume, and she just found out about this institute 2 days ago, and she flew out of New York City just to be here for the inauguration. So that's the active group of alum I'm talking about. We hope to tap into that resource to get their input. We have a large number of faculty who want to be fellows or be affiliated with the institute to help in either teaching or education. We have people who want to be visiting scholars from other universities, and we have a system in place for that already. And we are very fortunate to have lots of undergraduate and graduate students like Carly and Alex and others who are presidential scholars who are excited about this industry. So I'm very excited about all of these. Now, what we'll do is have a series of activities and events. We just got approval for a new course, which will bring industry executives once a week. We are building off on Dean's Distinguished Lecture Series, which Michael hosts every weekend in fall to focus on this new emerging area. We'll have industry practicum projects. We are trying to have roundtables, and we are trying to have a first big conference next fall. So there's a lot of exciting things we are planning. Now, by now you must be thinking, how will we do all this, right? So we need some support and resources. So let me just take 2 minutes to talk about that. First, we should really thank the two schools, and especially the two deans, for giving us the seed funding. So I would like to thank both the deans. And I've been at Cornell for 10 years. I've seen other centers start and how they have struggled to get their feet on the ground. And if we had not had this support, we would not be here. And you will see that in just a few minutes when we go to the office suite. How the schools have given a lot of support, both in terms of physical assets, in terms of non-tangible assets, and a lot of staff time, including 3 of our time to do this. So that's where we started. But just like healthcare industry has cost problems, so does higher education. And and so we do need help from other sources, because we simply cannot charge more tuition. That's not even a starting point for any discussion. So we're looking for industry for support. I'm really happy that 4 companies, Mercy, thanks Bob, Delos, Alfredo, thank you very much, Ritz-Carlton Leadership Center, and Six Senses, they could not be here on short notice. They have already stepped up, and they have become one of the first members of the Institute. So let me just thank them today. But if you're wondering, there are many, many more opportunities. That's what I have listed here. I'm happy to talk to you. You can, if you know somebody who's willing to help us, please have them contact any of us in the team, and we'll be happy to discuss more detail. All right, so that's all a little bit about what we want to do. Of course, we'll talk more. I want to just close by just one quote, and then we'll move over. And the quote is this: the real voyage of discovery consists not in seeking new landscape, but having new eyes. And I think that's what we have. We have new eyes. We have been able to create something new and exciting. It's something which is very relevant to us, and then going in the future, and it builds across health, hospitality, and design, which are some of the core cool things which we do here on campus. So with that in mind, let's celebrate, right? So this is the celebration time. Let me just give a quick overview how this will work out, the logistics, and then we'll do that. So in about 5 minutes from now, we will start from the main entrance of the Statler Hotel, and we have some student helpers who will walk us to Martha Van Rensselaer Hall, which is where the College of Human Ecology is, and the suite 3250. If you get lost, just ask people, where is suite 3250? That is the office of the new institute. And there we'll have the pleasure of having ribbon cutting by our 2 deans, and we'll be there to celebrate. We'll have a champagne toast, and if you're under 21, you can have some sparkling cider. And then we will walk down to MVR Commons, which is a very nice design space in the MVR building, where we'll have a luncheon. We are all invited. Let's celebrate. Let's all discuss ideas. And thank you very much for coming.